Check. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. We are live. I'm trying to get this screen share off of the screen. There we go. What is going on? Happy Monday, ladies and gentlemen. It is your boy Icy Gaming. I tried to do a 2-minute countdown, but somehow selected the 30-second countdown. So here we are. We are live. Welcome back to Gaming Daily Live. I hope you guys had a very nice weekend. Happy Monday, the 27th of April. April is over, and we are entering into May. AE in the building. What is going on, brother? Thank you for tuning in. I'm super excited. Mount Doji in the Twitter chat. Doji, I appreciate you, man. I feel like we've been a little bit off and on with the shows, so thank you for being here. We got a fresh haircut. Holla at your boy. New haircut. Feeling good. Shout out to the sponsors that make this show possible: Yield Guild Games, Lowland, YGG Play, GigaChad Bat, Waifu, Sweeper, AI Rev, and of course, Blaze. We should be live over on Blaze. And let me pop out the chat so I don't miss any Blaze chats like I did last week. That was no bueno. Also, how do I get the chat on the stream? Show the chat on the stream. Let's get you guys up there. Look at that. We'll throw you guys maybe like right there, something like that. Sell in May and go away. Dude, I got nothing to sell. And I might be going away, man. These markets are tough out here. We have a very, very exciting interview for you guys today. Michael from Tolan Universe is backstage. And real quick, before we bring Michael up, let me tell you guys about this week's schedule. And also, Michael and I go way back to 2022, 2023. Let me get that. Oh, there we go. Dope ass schedule. Can I zoom in here? There we go. That's the schedule for this week. We're kicking it off with a banger. Michael from Tolan Universe, one of the best games popping that you can actually play right now. I was actually trying to jump into the game right before we jumped on stream, and I've known Michael since 2022, and I met him. He came to my award show in 2023. And so I've been watching Michael build Tolan Universe nonstop with relentless passion, conviction, and energy for 3-4 years. And so I'm really happy to see where they're at and the success that they're having on Abstract. And I can't wait to talk to him about it. So without further ado, let's bring Michael on to the stage. And my guy,
what an intro, man. What an intro. Gaming Daily. Let's go.
Beautiful Gaming Daily jersey.
How's it going, everybody?
Person at YGG Play Summit, man. It's going great, man. How are you doing? It's late for you. Thank you.
Good, man. Good. It's 1 a.m. here, but I absolutely couldn't miss this one. As you said, we go back in the days, man. It was 2023. We just started Tolan like less than a year before we met. It's been absolutely crazy couple of years, and here we are. A lot of people left Web3 gaming. Studios closes basically every other week now, right? So being alive in this space is already pretty significant achievement, right? So kudos to you for still going, and let's see where we're gonna get today.
Likewise, man. I want to get into all of it, but for anyone who's tuning in, who is maybe not familiar with you and Tolan, give us like the 30-45 second elevator pitch, background. What do the people need to know who are maybe not familiar?
Oh, I haven't done this in a while. So Tolan Universe, you've probably seen those survivors like games, either Vampire Survivors or Survivor.io or Megabonk recently. So we're building something similar, but on steroids and also with Web3 elements. The website is Tolan.io. You can basically start playing the game for absolutely free. You only need about 30 seconds to set up accounts. You don't need any crypto, any assets. You can just go to our website and then give it a try yourself.
Yeah, man. We got some gameplay up here. I guess like the let me share this one over here.
Oh, that's loud.
Yeah. I turned that down. My apologies. That's one of the things. Why does it sound so loud? Even in the game when we first played it in Manila, it was like, whoa, we gotta turn this down.
There are settings for this,
I guess like let's start here. The Tolan game has evolved, right? It evolved from
A
when I
lot.
first played it. It was more of a dungeon crawler. Now we've got this super fun, super addictive Vampire Survivor style game. Talk us a little bit through that. What was the original vision and concept for Tolan, and then how did it evolve to the game today?
Absolutely, yeah. So we started with the game called Tolan World back in 2021, actually, and it was more, as I said, it was more of a dungeon crawler. We still have this game in the pipeline, right? But the current focus has been on more of a faster scale. I mean, a faster pace, shorter run length experience, which is now what you were just showing in the video. It turned out to be a very good decision for us. People seem to really enjoy the game, and we still have ways we will expand Tolan Universe to. So it's just the beginning. It turned out to be a really good way to get players into the ecosystem, to get them familiar with our core loops, and then expand from here. We have a lot of systems we're developing on top of our core gameplay that you were just showing there, and yeah. So basically, just wanted to give something shorter to players, get them started faster, while we're developing a larger, more complex game.
Fair. I think that's smart, right? I mean, you got to show and prove. I always like, I would get so frustrated that games would take so long to like give their community, their player base, any type of experience, like let us in and check it out. Real quick, let me just shout out everybody in the Blaze chat. I appreciate y'all. People are like, this game looks awesome. I love these kind of games. How do I play? Give me the link.
Love to hear it.
So with that, ladies and gentlemen, let me just go, I guess maybe share this tab here. It is Tolan Universe on Twitter, and you can play at tolan.io. And I'll share the Twitter link right there. Shout out to the Will Effect, JT Squared, Ice and Dark. Appreciate y'all. With that, Michael, let's go back to, I'll just show some of the gameplay there.
I just want to quickly add also, really quickly, in the end of this stream, we're going to have a little giveaway for everybody in the chat. So you really want to stick along with us.
Okay. I like to hear that, man. Hold on. I'm going to have to play this, but then turn the audio down. Giveaways. We like giveaways. Shout out to everyone in the Twitter chat as well. Let's talk about, Michael, what it took to survive for you as an indie studio, as a game developer, game founder over the past few years. You mentioned it, that we've seen a ton of games shut down, not make it. It is a huge achievement that you and I are both still here fighting the good fight and have survived, much like the style of game that you've developed. Like, it's about a survival. It's about how good you can survive. And like, before you like respond, I do just want to give you your flowers, and thank you for giving me flowers, because it just means so much for someone to stick it out through all the hard times, all of the ups and downs. And I've seen you all over the world at different events, and you've always held that conviction and that passion for this game. And, when it would have been so easy for people to give up, and you didn't. And so I really want to commend you for that, but I know it wasn't easy. So like, what has the past few years been for you in the studio?
Before I talk about us, I can now clearly see why you also made it and still here. Like, I can definitely see that you're really good in this. Love the questions so far, and really love your enthusiasm, I guess, towards asking questions and learning more about your guests, and really engaging with your audience, man. Big kudos to you for that.
I appreciate that.
And for your energy also, man. Like when we were at those events, like it was like, especially Manila, right? Let's talk about this one a little bit, and then we can talk more about the first time we met back in Miami during your Game Awards in Manila. Man, it was pretty tough period in the existence of our company. We were basically in like a make it or break it event, because we were just launching on Abstract. It was like 2 weeks before we launched on Abstract, and it was like everything for us. Like if this launch didn't go well, I don't know where we would be right now, right? So we were pretty anxious, to say the least, right? And we showed up at that random PC club in Manila, met you and all the other creators. Everybody seemed to love the game. It was really positive sign for all the team members that was there with me, right? So it was a really good first impression, because we were really preparing this build. Up until that moment, it was really the first time somebody outside of our team actually played this game, this particular build that we presented in Manila, right? So and back in 2023 in Miami, right? It was like a year after I moved to the US as a refugee from Ukraine with like $100 on me, and I don't know how I ended up in Miami anyway, right? Like, I don't even remember how I got money on the ticket back then, but it was definitely like, you definitely showed me that even like a one guy like you, right, can make the whole show happen. It was so inspiring. I was like, if this guy can make this, I can, like, me without any experience in game development, I can also make this happen. So it was really symbolic to meet you again, right, in Manila, when it was a break or make it a moment for our studio. So I guess this answers your question.
that warms my heart, man. Thank you for that. I mean, listen, dude, like you texted me or DM me. You're like, I'm in Manila. Like, where you guys at? I saw you're posting. Like, I want to come through. I'm like, dude, here's the address. It'd be great to see you. And yeah, people were addicted. I remember Storming from Tempest was like playing your game
man,
all day long. And you always.
So we showed the video. He was playing like at 6 a.m. the next day after we showed it to him.
It was incredible, man. So I don't know. Like, I think we both have that dog in us, one, and two, like, we're so committed to this vision, this dream of like supporting this industry, building within this industry. So I guess let me ask you that, like, what was it about making Toland that like you had to do and that you could not give up on?
Oh man, there were so many both external and internal factors, right? Like some basic things, like a basic survivability, taking care of my family, obviously, right? But like this alone is not enough to build something great. Like you can only go so far on the external motivation. Internally, like I always wanted to make some kind of experience, right? I was a photographer back in the days. I was studying computer science in college, so I fell in love both with art and technology. And the missing part that Web3 really brought into like this equation of like what kind of experience I want to build is the idea of building together with community and really sharing something you're creating along the journey. And I'm not even sure what the initial question was. I kind of got really deep in my thoughts, but I hope this answered this, man. It's like you're asking what it takes to build something that's on Universe, right?
Yeah, like what inspired you? Like what made you have to build this and that like you couldn't give up on it?
Gotcha. Like all the experiences I've been through really helped me shape the universe, like all the lore and all the aspects around Toland. I remember when we had our first mint, it was completely free, but it was really social. Like people could get like little pieces of stones, and they needed to put them together by connecting with other players, right? So it's like seeing how much people really socialize and connect around something I created really made me go forward. And then like better, like more and more we developed the game, better reactions people were getting, and like more I went to events, more I could see that firsthand. And I think this was one of the most valuable experiences I had, because like just building something from your computer, from your bedroom somewhere back in Ukraine would never help me get so far like I was able to get while being there firsthand. And I think this was definitely a right move for me to like actually go to the US, like spend my last money on the plane tickets and go in person to all those events and show my game to people.
I love that, man. It's like, I have the thing like Twitter account in a dream, and it's like
I
this
saw
is
it. I see it all the time.
what I get from you is like this was like a dream come true to be able to do all these things, live this life, be a game developer. It created so many opportunities for you, and it's like you just want to. That's all that you want to do, and like that's how it was for me as well, man. Like
Yeah,
traveling the
man. I
world,
can
going to
totally
these
relate.
events, and being a part of a new industry that is trying to pave a new path and pioneer it is really inspiring. Okay, I want to go to the game here. Let me kind of share it this way. I'll throw that up there. We have questions from the Will Effect in the Blaze chat. So he's asking how to play, and he's also saying like he's played games on the Wax blockchain, but he's asking specifically, and you can answer this question, Michael. If he plays this game and doesn't have a wallet, and if he wins something, does it stay in the game? Maybe you can explain how the Abstract wallet and being on Abstract and how the game interacts with that to
Absolutely.
the chat.
Unfortunately, or actually fortunately, it's a lot easier for somebody outside of Web3 to start playing Poland and interacting with Abstract. The wallet creation process is very simple. The hardest part will be if you have your assets on some other chain, right, is to bridge them to Abstract, but there are like great services for it, right? So it's pretty simple. But if you're coming from like Web2, like I was buying a phone case the other day, and I like somehow I started talking to the guy who was working there, and I was like, "Hey, I'm actually building a video game. Do you want to give it a try?" He was able to set up a wallet and start playing Tolan within 30 seconds. This is how simple Abstract is to like actually pick up and start playing if you have zero Web3 experience. And once you play the game and actually win something, which you can do without spending anything here, you can then you will get your rewards to your Abstract wallet that will be created for you as you start playing the game with just your email or something. And yeah, so you'll be able to withdraw them to any other crypto wallet or to fiat with whatever off-ramp solution you will use.
Yeah, what Michael said, Will, you can play right now on Abstract. It's super simple, super easy. Once you get into the game, there is a how to play section that will take you to their wiki. There's a bunch of guides. It's anybody can play and learn it. It's really simple and it's really fun and addictive. Few more questions from the chat that we're getting. Thoughts on how AI is affecting the ability to rapidly develop and deploy new games, both for individuals and companies? And does that scare you or excite you? And shout out to JT for the great question.
That's a very good question. Before I answer this, also a little bit on how to start playing and learn the game. There are so many guides written by our community members and different content creators on X. So if you just search for Tolan Universe Guide, you'll be able to find so many of them. If this is not enough, we have weekly regional competitions. So we have a competition with Abstract Nigeria, with Abstract Asia, with Abstract Thailand, Korea, China. We have every Monday we have Tolan Academy with one of our ambassadors. If all that's still not enough and you want to learn, you can come there. He'll give you all the alpha. So there are plenty of educational resources you can find on X to get better in Tolan. Now regarding question on AI, I'm not sure, fortunately or again, unfortunately, it was pretty deeply immersed into AI space. My major in college was AI, and then I spent about 3 years in San Francisco. I think it's good, right? Like it will help us iterate faster. So if anything, this is a really good thing. Some people may disagree with me, even for my team, right? But like we all know, like it might not be the best thing for some people, like creatives in certain way, but in reality, like it gives you an ability to express yourself faster, and I only think it's a good thing. So we as game developers officially say that we are pro AI. So far, another disclaimer: none of Tolan Universe assets were made with AI. It's everything hand drawn. But we are pro AI in accelerating our development and making our lives easier as developers, so we can give you as good experiences as possible, as fast as possible.
I think that's the right answer, man. I want to talk more about like your experience on Abstract, because you guys have also been on other chains, right? You were on Immutable, you were on Zai. Now you're finding a ton of success and traction on Abstract. I think it's valuable, Michael, for other game developers and founders and teams in the space to like hear from other developers and their experiences, the pros and the cons. So, I'm not asking you to speak badly about any chains, but I would love to kind of hear those experiences and what eventually ended up, working the best for you guys, and what you would maybe like tips and advice that you'd give to other games in your position.
My biggest advice before you probably even start developing any game is deeply understand what audience you're making the game for. When we were on other chains, right, I don't think we understood quite well enough or relied on some other people who advised us to do certain things. And if we understood audience, we would have taken less iterations in getting to where we are at right now. When we were making the last move to Abstract, we knew exactly what kind of players we're going to be catering to. And it really helped us make one of the best games, I would say, that is right now in Abstract. Like Tolan is definitely top 3, right? So whatever game you're doing, whether it's mobile, PC, console, or I don't know, like I've seen some pretty weird games from GDC. It was like pretty weird controllers, like where you had to like pat somebody or whatever, right? Like, so really understand what kind of audience you're building this for, and this is gonna make your life so much easier. And try to understand this audience as good as possible, and constantly try to engage with them, right? We have weekly calls where we talk to our community. We share ideas about where we want to take the game. We take their feedback, seeing what they like and what they don't like. They frequently bring their ideas to how we can improve the game, and it really helps us build the really synergetic relationship with them, and help us always refine our product. So that would be my biggest suggestion. I think Abstract is good right now. There are not that many other chains that as engaged audience as an Abstract, so it definitely made our lives a lot easier. So yeah, I guess that's all I'm gonna say.
Cool, Matt. Let's talk about some of the game feedback and new abilities coming. Let me share this here. We've got this Inferno ability coming in season 5, or skill rather. So
Yes,
talk
sir.
to me about some of the skills. Talk to me about some of the seasons. Right now we're in season 4. I guess like it'd be really helpful to understand how the seasons work, how some of the prize pools work. What are some of the like the
Absolutely.
skills right now that people are like really loving? What's kind of the meta, and then some of these new skills that are coming.
Right. So we launched season 4. It was back in like late December last year. With a certain set of skills. It's just one map with 20 waves. And the way the game works is that every run that you do, you need to buy a multiplier, right? You can play for free, but you will not be able to compete for the weekly prize pool and jackpots. So if you want to compete for the prize pool, you need to spend a certain amount of crowns for the multipliers, and the multipliers range from 1x to 200x. And what it will do, it will multiply your final score that you will get in your run by X amount of times, and then add it to your final weekly score in addition to all the other runs that you did. And depending on where you're placed on the leaderboard, the weekly prize pool is being split among top 150 players. And then jackpot, there's a special enemy that can randomly spawn during your run, and if you kill it, there's a small chance it will drop you a jackpot chest that you can, if you'll get it, you will get a percentage of the jackpot pool that is currently at about $15,000. So that's the game flow. And we always adding new abilities. We always changing meta. So the skill that is working this week and doing a good damage may be a lot weaker next week, and you will need to look for new builds and a new meta, right? So this is why our Tolan Academy and the guides are being refined and changed on a very regular basis. There's always new things to learn, so you're never too so you're never too late to the game, right? Because it's always changing. Yeah, I guess this is it. Does this answer your question?
Yeah, for sure. How are you guys like approaching the seasons? Because it sounds like season 4 has persisted for quite a while. Is there do we know when that's ending, and then do we have a date for season 5, or how are you thinking about that?
For sure. So the prize pools are weekly, right? So the season for like previously before season 4, our seasons were like 1 to 2 weeks max while we were still testing the game. Season 4, we finally understood what's working. It's been live for like 4 months now, right?
Yeah.
Moving forward, for players who play Diablo, you can think about something like eternal and seasonal realms. So there will be like eternal persistent gameplay like what we have right now with season 4 that is running for several months. And then we're going to have something like a seasonal realm that is a special event that will be live for several weeks that you'll be able to get limited time you'll be able to get limited time prizes from. And one of the next ones that we're doing that will be a pretty big one, we're doing with a very special partner. For the first time ever, I can tease as the first letter of the name of that partner. This letter is P, and that's all I can say right now.
Okay.
And it's going to be a huge crossover event, nothing like you ever seen before in crypto. We're going to have some special prizes there. It's gonna be awesome. It's coming very soon. Not as soon as you probably think. So it's not soon in crypto terms, but it's sooner. It's sooner than you might think as well. So it's coming.
Okay. I like that, Alpha. I like that little puzzle and tease as well. We're gonna need to get the comments and clip that up. I've got some guesses. I'm not gonna say, but I also wanted to decrypt this a little bit. That makes a ton of sense, right? Free to play, always on, but then special events. I think that's the right way to do it because it gets anybody can play, super accessible. But then you can go way deeper and you make it a super hyped, fun experience that everyone can really rally around. I also think that the weekly kind of jackpots and prize pool payouts makes a lot of sense. We've been seeing more and more games kind of take that approach. I think Cambria has done a really good job of this. On-Chain Heroes has done a good job of this, which are very much abstract games as well. So I'm curious, like, did you take inspiration from that? And what was it about that model that you guys really liked, that you found worked well? Or like, do you have any thoughts on that model and how it could be maybe improved?
That's an awesome question, and I'm really glad you asked it. The biggest inspiration for that model, like we really like the risk to earn approach that Cambria took, and what I didn't like is that it was happening like once every couple of months, and it was only for 2 weeks. So I was like, back in May last year, I was like, how do we right? Like you want to keep playing, and I was like, how do we condense this in like shorter loop, but a lot more frequent sessions, and make it run on a regular basis. So this is where we came up with this multiplier and weekly prize pool model, launched it back in June last year, and then we saw other games started picking this up as well, starting from Proof of Play Arcade, and then Wolf Game, and then On-Chain Heroes, Gigaverse. But yeah, so we basically invented this weekly tournament structure back in May last year.
Respect, man. Call your shots, man. Claim your credits. Put some respect on Michael's name. Okay,
we should have patented it, man. It would have been crazy.
Y'all took our sauce and recipe and remixed it. No, man, that's banger, dude. I actually, now that you say that, I do remember you guys launching with that model. And I think we probably covered it or talked a little bit about it on Gaming Daily. And I mean, it has
working.
become like one of the dominant models. Yeah.
And we didn't like the first 2 seasons didn't go that well. So then we were like, what's not working here? And then we realized, yeah, like we have a right product, we just don't have right distribution. So then we brought the same product with some improvements to Abstract, and it blew up. So it's all about this. This is the lesson in that for everybody. But to what I said previously, think about what players you're catering to. We had the right product, just selling to the wrong audience.
I love that. It is distribution is almost everything. How are you thinking about distribution now through the rest of 2026? Having established yourself on Abstract, having really refined the core product. What other levers are you guys going to be looking into? I know this big partnership with those who shall not be named but begin with P sounds very exciting, and I'm looking forward to that. But is there other go to market marketing with TikTok or Instagram where we're seeing people build up their socials? I had Matthew Buxton on last week, and he talked about there are these lenders that once you have proven ROI on ad spend, they can lend you a bunch of money to pour gasoline onto that fire and scale up ads and UA and things like that. How are you guys looking at that for Tolan?
That's an awesome question, and this is the only question I actually have notes for over here. I really like Matthew. I like what they're doing at Warp. We were doing some experiments with them actually as like a publishing for Tolan. I actually met them back in Manila as well. We had a nice breakfast with them in Manila. So there are a couple of things here. So far everything we achieved was fully organically, right? So we spent $0 on any sort of marketing. We have always running some kind of giveaways, different activations with influencers, guilds, other games and stuff, right? And this proved to be working very well for us. Like it really got us to like top 3 game on Abstract very, very fast, right? So we're the top game here. There's not much room for growth left for us on Abstract. Obviously, Abstract is expanding. They're onboarding more players to Abstract, and subsequently, we're getting more players, which is awesome. We want to continue that, but we are also looking at like what can we do beyond Abstract in the broader Web3, how we can bring other communities into Tolan. And one thing that we will be doing, and that I already teased a little bit, is the collab with the P partner, right? This one will expand our presence in a broader Web3. And then after that, the only next frontier is Web2, right? And we've seen a couple of games doing pretty stupid moves, which is like just pivoting completely to Web2, and I kind of get it, right? It's pretty hard to like to sustain a like fully functioning live service Web3 game while trying to build a Web2 game. It's super hard, right? But in the same time, if you do that, right? I was on X Space yesterday, and Luca from Pudgy Penguins was saying that, one of his friends or like people from the industry went to a random arcade in Singapore, saw Pudgy Penguins arcade machine, and then was like, oh, I've seen those penguins somewhere online, and then went home and purchased like 100 little Pudgies, right? So the stronger your brand presence is in Web2, only louder it gets in Web3. So even if we like, for example, right in the future, launch our Tolan Universe as like just a premium game on Steam without any Web3 integration, any live service, just pay $15, for example, and play as long as you want. There's like 30 hours of gameplay. It's gonna make our Web3 sentiment even stronger and help us funnel value back into our Web3 ecosystem to make experiences for our Web3 players even stronger. So it's only net positive. So it's not black and white. It's not Web3 or Web2. It's a really particular brand strategy that if positioned correctly, you can create a really interesting value chain between both worlds.
Yeah, well said, well said. I think it's always like, and it's not like this or, it's like, and, it's Web3 and Web2. Michael, you did mention, some of the games that have struggled, and, we have seen a crazy wave of crypto game shutdowns. We had the Caldera article the other day go viral with like, 93% of games have, shut down and failed. Tokens are down 93%.
It's
Shout out
crazy.
to Sam Stefanino, who like reminded everybody like 95% of games fail in Web 2 and never like, make a lot of money. So, many of us who have been in the space understood the undertaking and understood those odds. So, of course, it gets sensationalized. But with that said, as people who live and breathe this space every single day, it is always painful when we see these shutdowns. Literally right before the show, we got the announcement that Wildcard and Thousands is effectively shutting down. And
Wait, no
so,
way. I didn't see
yeah,
that. Are you for real?
yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
Here I can
Did they
pull it up
raise
on.
like $30 million or so, even more, man? That's crazy.
They had a lot of money that was raised. I reposted it. We covered it on Gaming Daily. They posted, this. I guess
Didn't Arbitrum Game Ventures just put checking them last year or something? That's crazy.
there was some funding. There was definitely some funding. I think building the game that they had, as well as like a whole streaming platform,
Holy shit.
was very expensive. And we've been watching them try to launch over the past few months, and they weren't getting a ton of traction. So really, really unfortunate there. There will be,
I love the first comment from Sam right under this. This is the best. This is my reaction right now. This is exactly it. You see the first comment from Sam? This is exactly it. That's crazy.
Yes. So I want to ask you, Michael, like, how has it been for you as a founder, seeing game shutdown after shutdown after shutdown? Does that shake your confidence, or like, what is your reaction? Obviously what the F to this one today, but like over the past year, we had 60 plus game shutdowns that we've covered. I don't know what does that do to you as a founder, seeing the state of the market and the industry?
I mean, as I just said, my reaction is literally the first comment from Sam under this. But man, like it's brutal space out here, right? It's pretty hard to build a good game in the same time, while also managing like a livestock and economy. And if you put like a streaming platform on top of that, it definitely gets a little bit complicated. I think the pattern that I'm seeing in many of those is the large amounts of money raised. What really helped us stay focused and like lean is that like we never had that, right? We have some angel investors on board that are super supportive. We'll be able to announce them very soon. But this is it. Like we never raised large chunks of money, which also we don't have any pressure to like promise or build something massive. Like we'll still do that. We'll still get there, but it allows us to stay lean, make our own decisions, and not get into traps that I'm seeing a lot of those companies are getting. It's super unfortunate, like just knowing how hard it is to build a video game and everything that goes into it. It's just sad.
Yeah, let's double click into that, Michael, because I think that you're absolutely correct. And not having those pressures is a game changer. So what can you share about your situation? Did you guys ever raise from VCs? It's just angel funded. Are you comfortable? Like, what is the size of the studio? Can you share? Like, I always like to ask. I never expect answers.
Absolutely.
But like, what does runway look like? Because when we see all these shutdowns, it is always a concern. But if you're saying like, hey, we don't have VC obligations, we have a few angel investors, and we've been good with our money, and we have the freedom and flexibility to build, design, and operate the way that we see is the best fit. I mean, that's really powerful. And yeah, I think a lot of teams have not had that luxury and have suffered because of it.
Yeah, man. I mean, like it's hard to build a company without having funds. Like it took us a lot of resources to get to where we are at right now, and it was a lot of failing and a lot of getting lucky in the same time. And like Yeah, I came to the US, as I said, it was like $300, right? There were many times during my last couple of years where I had a lot less than that, right? So like there were many cases when we would not have salaries for months and still making it somehow. But yeah, like it's not for everybody to keep pushing without having any resources. We were very fortunate to have several amazing angel investors on boards that are helping us on a very regular basis. Once we announce them, you will be definitely I don't know, like they're pretty well known names in the space. There's some logos on top of the screen that are associated with some of them, so we'll start sharing some information on them on them a little bit later. But yeah, they've been very helpful, and we never had the VC pressure. So yeah, I think this really helped us stay focused and get to where we are at right now. So yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's really great to hear. So what I'm hearing, Michael, is like there's very big announcements coming. You guys have maybe raised money or like had an injection of funds in the not too distant past. You've got some big partnerships and collaborations and events coming. Things are going well for Toland. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, you can say that, right? There's one more collaboration that I want to tease a little bit. It's with another partner. It's a lot bigger than the other partner. This is like the partner, and the first name is A.
Okay.
Do whatever you want with it with this information. It's gonna be a pretty big one, and hopefully we can launch it sooner than later. Things are going as well as they can go in the current market conditions, right? I would say things are going decent. We are one of the best games on Abstract. Players love the game. We have very engaged community. We have amazing ambassadors that help create content and host events for Toland Universe on a regular basis. We have partnerships that will help scale us beyond certain echo chambers that we are currently in, and obviously also beyond Web3 as well. So I would say things are going well enough for the current market conditions. That's for sure.
That's awesome, man. I'm so thrilled to hear that because it's not easy and it's rarefied air to be in. So congrats, man. Whatever you've done.
Appreciate it.
I like that you're humble enough to say that like it was a bit of luck, a bit of hard work, bit of skill, bit of persistence.
It was mostly luck. It was just luck and not quitting, man. It's just not like
Yeah.
I didn't believe that when I was reading like books about entrepreneurs and stuff, and like there was some quote that somebody said like when you ask entrepreneurs why they failed, it's always different answers. But if you ask the ones that have succeeded, it's always the same answer. I just never quit. Right. So I didn't believe. I was like, this is bullshit. Like they must have different way. But it's like if I think about the last couple of years, holy shit. Yeah, it's literally just not quitting and just keep going.
I love that, man. I love that a lot. I was at YGG Play Summit. I did a panel and they were asking me advice for like, up and coming creators. And that was essentially what I said,
right?
Like, just don't give up. Like, they're like, how do you keep going? And I'm like, there's a lot that you can get into, but like really it's just don't give up. Keep going. That's incredible, man. I know my next question, but I was going to comment on something else. Which I can't think of now. So I'll just ask, let's talk about, so the game and the title of the stream, right? The title of the stream is like, gameplay is the only token that matters. I don't believe you guys have a token, and
we don't.
Everyone always wants to ask and know, like, are there, when TGE, like, is there going to be a token? Oh, what I was going to say was, I have to take the transcript from this and throw it into ChatGPT to like decipher the the riddles that you're dropping, to figure out who these partners are, A and P. But anyways, token talk. Let me ask it this way: how do you think about tokens? How do you look at tokens? Do you think tokens can work in a game? We've seen tokens not work time and time and time again. And it's always kind of been a mystery to me when people launch a token, because it's like, oh, okay, do you have a good solution for it? And time again, the answer's been no, and the token just goes down. So I'm curious how you guys are thinking about tokens. Do you think that they can work? Do you think that there's a way that it could work in Toland, or is that something that you guys don't even ever want to do?
Well, we are in a pretty unique position where we have a game that is performing well, and our revenue is in no way is dependent on any speculation around our token, right? We have certain goals as a company, and we absolutely don't have any VCs, right? That we have any pressure from. So, which creates a pretty flexible position comparing to some other studios that I'm pretty close friends with that got some of them got pretty much really ruined by having like commitment to launch token by certain date, because it's basically like, imagine if there was like an equity investor in some like OpenAI and they were like, you need to go public by this date. Imagine this is the same thing to me, right? It's crazy. Like tokens is entire new layer of live service that you just need to be prepared for and have resources for in order to launch. And if we ever were to do that, I want to make sure it goes right and it rewards the right people who provided the most value to our ecosystem. So far, we've been doing that with our NFT holders. Our NFT holders were free mint about 4 years ago, and right now their floor price doubled in the last 2 weeks to $100 right now. Holders are getting about $20 worth of value every week, and we're only getting started with this. So I guess that's going to be my answer.
It's a great answer, man. That's badass. I love to hear it. No, I mean, like, you know, it's one of the things of like, look at what we've done already for our community, for our player base. It really shows strong vision and leadership to be like, well, we launched one product and we've served it well. Which makes me have to go check my wallets, because I think I minted that way back in the day. So I'm gonna have to go check those. Let's talk more about I guess like some other things coming. You know, what can you tell us about the Toland universe and other games or designs or modes that might be in the works? Or is it just locked in? Season 5 is coming. We have the core of the game. How are you thinking about that? Is there anything that you're working on that you want to share? What else is in the universe?
Absolutely. There are a couple of things in the universe that we're looking at in the next couple of months. They're pretty exciting things. And to add a little bit to the previous thing that I said about value to NFT holders. So as we build new systems, one of the core things we are considering is how we can carve a part of the system to give a utility to our NFT holders. Right. Soon we're launching our mission system. So you will have like daily and weekly missions that you will need to complete to get certain rewards in the game. Missions can be like kill 20 skeletons or like finish 5 runs, right? It can be a simple daily mission. Weekly can be something along the lines of like kill 100,000 enemies, and the rewards will be proportional to how difficult it is to complete the mission. So something here we will do for our NFT holders is, the more of our Genesis avatars and NFTs you have, the more reward multiplier you will get for certain missions. And this is first time we're ever saying this as well. So there's a little bit of alpha. After that, we have a couple of new bosses that are coming in season 5, and one of the bigger things we are going to launch is a new game mode. So far, currently, you need to survive with the enemies that are always going towards you. They're always trying to kill you and stuff. In the new game mode, you will need to protect not yourself, but something else. There will be a little object, a little something you would need to protect from waves of enemies. And this will be unique mechanic that has not been present in any games of this genre across both Web 2 and Web 3.
Okay. Very cool.
So we love to innovate both on like our Web3 economy, but also on the gameplay mechanics because we are game devs at heart, right? So we really want to bring not just slap Web3 on like a already existing replica of something that exists on Steam, but we really want to make new gameplay mechanics, but also make an innovative economy layer put on top of that.
I love that, man. Respect, respect. I feel like, we got some sidekicks, we got some pets, we got maybe some sprites coming. I'll say it, you're not
Absolutely.
saying it. I don't
Absolutely.
know, wait, and more will be revealed, but very exciting, very, very good. I mean, I love that, Michael, because that's what I want from my games. That's what I want from my game developers. That's what I want from my Web3 games. Like, cool, games playable, games very fun, new things are coming, new developments, new game modes, new characters. I know you got, like, I was just looking at your Twitter, there's like some really cool skins from the Wukong and some other IPs and stuff like that. So I think that's all really, I think that's right, man. That's what it's about. I'm sharing, an alpha wave guide from Nestle here. So there's a really great infographic. So you've got a bunch of UGC coming out. You've got a bunch of creators making content about the game, playing the game. So really that's like, I mean, what more could you ask for? So congrats, man. I mean, I think it's really fantastic to see. It's a small team. It's nimble. You've got control. I'm guessing, because this is what it sounds like from the call, you've got controls over, your operational finances and, your spend and your revenue, and you've got the right partners involved, which is all of the ingredients that it takes for this thing to work, man. So that's really exciting and fun. I'm so happy to hear it. And I want nothing but the best for you guys. Like, I feel like we've covered so much, man. Like, is there anything that we haven't covered? And I appreciate you sharing different alphas and whatnot. I guess, like, I know the weekly reset is coming up on the on the game right now. So it resets in about 3 hours and 20 minutes. How long does that reset last? Is it short, or
I
when
think
can
it's in
people start playing again?
3 days, 3 hours and
Okay.
20 minutes. Right.
Oh, is that? Oh, that what it? That's what it is. My bad. My bad.
It's
Let
days,
me
yeah.
share
So
this.
it happens every Friday at about 8 a.m. Pacific.
Okay.
The game is super loud, by the way. You want to go to settings and
Oh yeah,
and turn
I've
down
got
the
it.
volume a little bit.
Wait, is it loud here?
I hear the game. Yeah, I hear it in my headphones.
Oh, my bad. I've got it muted. Hold on.
No worries.
How do I mute the? Okay.
I don't hear it anymore. It's all good.
Okay,
we have settings in the game as well if you want to turn down the volume there, but it's good. It's good now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's find these settings for people. My apologies, guys. Let's see. Camera sound is right there. Let's turn that down.
Perfect.
I forgot that when you share it. So this is a game, guys. Once you get in to the game, you can play. It looks great. I do need to get some of these passes so I can play and compete. How would I play for free right now? Is there, or
you need to quit this tab and click on practice mode on our hub. So if you want to leave this tab and go back to the Toland portal and click on practice, and it's completely free.
Toland.io practice. Look at that. There we go.
There you go.
Beautiful. Okay, there you go, guys. And the game's fantastic. I'm not going to embarrass myself on stream. I've got my abstract wallet popping up. Because Michael had me play. I guess I played also at GDC when you were at the Arbitrary.
We had a booth there. Yeah. Exactly. That was fun.
And it was very fun. It was a lot of pressure. It was
the first time we ever showed this game to anybody. It was like three months into development of the game. It was so bare bones, so early. It's crazy.
Yeah, I remember how excited you were, man. And I was like, whoa, the game's completely new and different.
There you go.
Okay, there we go.
There's so many new things comparing to the build you played at GDC that year. It's crazy. So many things changed. Go for Arcane Bolt.
There's a lot. Arcane Bolt is the one to go?
It's a good one. Yeah, it's my favorite.
All right, we'll get back in here. Yeah, it's a good one. Oh my gosh, the hordes come so fast. I'm
So
surprised
you don't
like
really need to
more.
click. Attack is fully automatic, so you need to dodge enemies and walk around. You can
Okay,
aim with your mouse, but you don't need to click.
I felt good about clicking, but okay.
You have 9 seconds to kill them. 7. One more skeleton. Nice. Good. Get those blue crystals. Pools of water.
Okay, yeah, let's get all the
Look at that.
crystals.
Look at those pools of water.
Ooh, can I go in the pools?
Yeah.
I'm gonna add some
It's
vitality
safe for you.
here. Okay. Yeah, game's
Nice, look at
great.
that.
Game's so good. Are there? Ooh, okay. All right. Let me ask. I guess what other kinds of designs or modes, or like where else do you see this IP going? Right. We've watched Gigaverse really continue to evolve their world. I guess we've seen Cambria as well, like continue to grow. Like it feels like there's so much potential for this, Michael. So I'm curious,
Absolutely.
where you guys go, right? Are there different dungeons, different maps? Are there storylines?
I mean, you said it yourself. Like it's going a lot more beyond this single dungeon.
Yeah.
We teased recently on our X account that there's something that starts with O and ends with D coming.
I saw
And
that.
it's not
Overworld,
open
but
world. It's not what was that?
yeah, okay, yeah, I said overworld.
It's closer to it. It actually might be correct also.
Other side ends with an E.
So it's something beyond this dungeon. I mean, in
Yeah.
season 5, there's a new map coming, and
Yeah.
then those two maps will be connected with something else, with something that might or might not be a sky island. And it's the beginning of kind of us unveiling all the biomes of Tolan Universe. There's one in the desert. There's a snow one that is special for certain collaboration that we're working on. And there's a lot more that will expand both the gameplay from the visual to mechanics perspective, and also expand the economy of the game beyond just this single dungeon.
Okay.
It's really a multi-experience ecosystem.
Normally, when I hear founders tell me, 7 different things that they're working on, I get a little worried, and I'm like, oh, okay, it sounds great. But I want to see it to believe it. But brother, you have shown and proved with Tolan time and time again. Oh, I should have gotten Dragon's Breath. Time and time again. So I know all those things are in the works, and I have full conviction and faith in you, not only to deliver them, but that they're going to be great. And I'm very excited to hear it, man. So that's really cool, man. Because this game is great as it is, but once the universe really kind of expands, I think that's where it gets really exciting. For the type of gamer that I am, that's I get into the worlds and the lore, and I want to
love it,
transverse and everything,
To speak on this a little bit, right? I think what actually happened to all those studios that shut down is that they were actually trying to build a million things at once, right? And this is not what we're after. We're 11 people team, right? We can only do so many things at once, while also trying to run a live service game at the same time. So it's in everybody's best interest, including our holders, right, for us to be laser focused on things that are working and building this universe piece by piece. What I shared with you is it's a long-term vision that will come to light within 6 to 8 months. So it's not something we want to build and ship within months or two. It's something that is coming. It's something that we will build, and something that is also fluid, which allows us to stay flexible, adapt, and always make the best experience possible.
I respect it, man. I respect that. Ooh, icy breath. Look at that. I got a
I
skill in the
see.
game.
We should. People told us to rename it to like IC. It was like a
I
YYY in
love
the
that. I
end.
love that. Listen, I won't be mad if you do. I won't be mad if you do. But the
We
fact that
might. We
it's even
might.
in is good by me. Michael, man, it's late for you. I think I'm going to be, playing these raids and hordes for the next 60 minutes.
Love it.
Thank you, man. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
That
It's gaming
um,
daily, huh?
gaming daily, baby, every day. Genuinely, man, I think that this is a great case study. There was like a lot of alpha, a lot of gems. I wish that more games were in your position where they didn't have VCs putting that pressure on them. I think, having the right angels and the backers who believe in what you're doing and give you the freedom that you need to cook um is makes all the difference. And again, I've been watching you build since 2022, 2023,
Forever,
2024,
man.
2025, 2026, man. Web3 gaming is inevitable and these games can work and can be great. And it's great to see, some of the good people in the space win. So keep up the great work, man. We at Gaming Daily are here for you anytime, man. And what are the next events for you? Are you traveling at all or?
I'm going to Bangkok for C Blockchain Week. We're actually gonna have a little event there with Abstract and one other co-host. So if you're around or anybody in chat around, come say hi. We're gonna have an announcement of the event soon on RX.
Amazing, man. Yeah,
And definitely Gamescom.
Definitely Gamescom. I think there might be a chance that we're there. The Wolves are kind of talking about doing something, and so Michael,
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. Michael at events is different, man. You got endless, and you commented about my energy, bro. You got endless energy. You're always hustling. You're always evangelizing your game, and I feel like if more I talk to a lot of passionate founders and game makers, like of course, but man, seeing you pound the pavement and put your game in front of people, yeah, man, I can see why people back you and support you. So
Appreciate
well done,
man.
man. Well done.
Appreciate it. And yeah, it's Gaming Daily.
I love
appreciate
it, man.
you for having me here.
Yeah, we'll let you go right now. We're gonna close out the stream afterwards. But
We had a
Michael,
giveaway as well. The giveaway. We gotta give 200 crowns to everybody in the chat. Just send your wallets to Icy and he'll send them to me afterwards. So does this work?
Guys, Ice and Dark, Doug Hype, JT, Will Effect, 200 crowns. Send me your abstract wallets. You can DM me on Twitter, or if you know me on Discord or Telegram, send me a DM. I'll get your abstract wallets over to Michael and Tolan, and you'll get 200 crowns to play Tolan Universe with. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that, brother.
Of course. All right.
Have a good one, Michael.
It was awesome, man. Thank you for having me.
Man. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Michael from Tolan Universe. Literally, I'm on wave 7. I'm gonna have to read this guide from on their Twitter page because I want to keep going. But I think the furthest I've gotten is like wave 12. So I'm gonna get some tips. Man, that was awesome. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. Dude, I've done a lot of these interviews. I've talked to a lot of games. Talked to a lot of founders. I've talked to Michael before, but getting some of that insight, we all say it. It's like the unspoken truth in crypto gaming. It's like the VCs, man. The VC, the pressure, like when you raise money and you have those obligations to launch the token, and people know that they're launching into not good situations, but they have to launch it anyways. And like Michael said it perfectly, it's an entirely different live service product, and a lot of teams just aren't ready or equipped to handle that live service that obligation. So how cool is it to talk to a team that has no VC funding, that has no token, that doesn't have to feel the pressure of launching a token, and they can just build the game that they want to build and work the way that they want to work. But also, I mean, you got to give the young lad some credit, man. He's like super humble and being like, dude, it was really hard. We had no money at times. We got really lucky in some key spots. We had the right investors and the right angels and, the right game. And, he just did not give up. That's what it's about. He just did not give up, kept going. Really, really cool to hear so much of his story. And I appreciate him for coming on and sharing it with us. Crazy to see Wildcard. Let's just react to this a little bit more. It was cool to get his reaction live there. I mean, tough situation, not fun. But I do think that it is kind of important to talk about. So the Wildcard multiplayer operations are officially shutting down, which that is essentially the game. I mean, how the game isn't a single player game, so it's kind of weird to phrase it like that. The IP, the champions, the summons, and core game systems will remain as a foundation for what comes next. So begs the question: what comes next? Are they transitioning the game into something? I'm unclear about that. Thousands Foundation has announced the wind down of their network, sunsetting the Wildcard Premier League WPL alongside it. So Thousands, I'm assuming that's a streaming platform. Franchise managers will receive a USDC airdrop from the WPL treasury based on activity level. All remaining WC, which is their token, will be burned. There's no action required. The team cites running out of development funds with neither the game nor the protocol profitable. I almost want to read these. Hold on, let me open this in a new tab. Almost want to read these, get a better understanding of this. Can I get this on the stream? Okay. So this was a Discord message from Shady Shiba. We will be officially shutting down multiplayer operations. This wasn't an easy decision. Wildcard became something special because of all of you from early playtests, all that good stuff. While multiplayer operations are coming to a close, the Wildcard IP, champion summons, game systems, and mechanics remain as a solid foundation for whatever comes next. So less optimistic there. From my side as Shady Shiba, getting to be in the middle of this, reading your feedback, watching the meta evolve, seeing players truly lock in, nice shout out to Lock there, is something I won't forget. So it's it is a goodbye. The competitive scene's what really stood out, the grind, the adaptation, the intensity, that only happens because of a community that genuinely cares. To everyone who competed fairly, supported others, created content, and stuck with us through everything, thank you. Even if we never fully solved Lock being everywhere or Gain doing Gain things, you all made it worth it. You gave this game life. The matches, rivalries, and moments won't be forgotten, and you can carry that same energy forward and maybe a little less Lock. Yikes. Painful. And then on the let's just go to Thousands, because I think this was on the Thousands card wild card page. Let's pull up the official announcement here. So they said, we are writing with an important update about the Wildcard Premier League and the Thousands Network. First, sorry, I just saw some DMs. First, we want to express our gratitude. Before anything else, thank you to every person who believed in what we set out to do. The Wild Pass minters and Flare collectors. Oh my gosh, I bought an NFT for like $500. What are the NFTs worth? Gosh, dude, what the hell? forecasters who engaged. Wildcard's Web3 ecosystem was built as the first of what we hoped would be many partnerships for the Thousands Network. The Thousands protocol powered the franchise ownership, participation tracking, and on-chain reward distribution across the league. WPL was an ambitious thing to attempt, a functioning competitive ecosystem with on-chain economics, live spectator engagement, and real rewards. Built on and alongside a new network, around a new game, in a hard market by a team that believed it was worth trying. Today, Thousands Foundation announced the orderly wind down of the Thousands Network. As part of the broader transition, WPL will also be ending. With WPL wrapping up, we are airdropping the balance, airdrop amounts, all airdrops will be distributed. We are proud of what we built together, even though there is not a sustainable path forward for the network the Thousands protocol ran. Exhibitions brought real-time spectator engagement to competitive play. Tournament players claimed prizes. Meta Oracle delivered live information about. I mean, they're just saying like all this stuff worked, but like that's it. Thank you for being part of Thousands and a wildcard Premier League. Thousands will remain online through May 7th to provide KYC services for Wildcard Season 1 ranked prizing. I don't know, man. It's painful. Painful. I'm trying to like check out the group chats, but man, another day in crypto gaming, another crypto game shut down. It's really tough and sad to see. I wish I had something for you guys. I wish I had something. I'm sad. I'm tired. It's just unfortunate. It's our heroes. It's our heroes and people that we championed. It's unfortunately all too common at this point. And so, we stay on the mission while we thank you, Marcelo, while we we had a really great conversation with Michael today from Tolan, and we try to like bring on games and founders who are like in the trenches, making it work by any means necessary and finding traction. There are great games out there. Unfortunately, the truth is with Wildcard is that they never really got any traction. They never had a big player base. They never had, they could never reach that terminal velocity, which is really unfortunate because, they had the backing, they had the team, they had the expertise, they had everything going for them. But that's how games go, right? That's how games go. So we shouldn't be surprised, but yet time and time again, the people that you really put your belief into and your money into, I don't even want to look. I mean, that $500 is gone, of that NFT. It's crazy. Want to hear a crazy story? Doji, Blue Mojo, appreciate y'all being here. Marcelo. I remember when Wildcard minted their wild passes, it was like $40 and it was in Polygon, and I forget like what it was. I forget the price of Polygon at the time, but it was like $40. And immediately they minted out. I had a chance to mint them but the market was really tough and I didn't have the $40 to like mint. I had the 40, but I was like, am I really going to spend $40 on this NFT mint right now? And I was like, I think it was like during GDC. I was in San Francisco. I remember being at the hostel. I had to stay at a hostel. That's how down bad we were. I remember being at the hostel on my laptop, getting breakfast, seeing the mint go live, but like having to go to the conference and being like, I'm just not going to mint it. Like, I'll keep my $40. Later on, it minted out and it like 4x'd immediately. It went up to like $160. And I felt so bad. I was like, damn it. Like I missed out on a 4x. Like I should have minted it, obviously. Now it's too expensive. Now I can't, it's like, it's too expensive to buy. And I mean, they got as high as like half an ETH at one point. I think they were like $1,000, $1,500 at some point in 2024, maybe 2025. And I always regretted not getting one of those NFTs. And so when Thousands was starting to come out like last year and they were doing all the things and, you could participate in the stream and you was probably going to earn, the WC token. I was like, okay, like the NFT was like $500 at that point. I'm like, we believe in Paul Bettner. I believe Wildcard is going to be big. And so I bought one of the NFTs and was like spending money and the credits on Thousands to like get points and everything. And once again, Web3 gaming, brother. Oh man, painful. So many of these games demanded beefy PCs just to test prior to optimization. Now the games are shut down and we are stuck with PCs to play. What? All the homies I met in Web3 gaming just play CS now. If this is the bottom and we buy when nobody else is buying, what do we buy Web3 gaming today? That's the problem, Doji. It's like, if this is the bottom, but like, I don't think it's the bottom. One, I don't think it's the bottom. And two, I don't even think like if there's a quote unquote rebound, I don't think that I have not been shown enough to have conviction to invest my money. I mean, I stopped spending money in crypto games, last year. That Thousands NFT or the Wildcard NFT might have been one of the last things that I put money into. Dude, I'm down so much money buying Ronin, buying Prime. I lost money on AVAT. I mean, all I've done is lose money, dude. So it's like, what do we do? Yeah, I don't want people to like, be down bad. So I don't recommend doing anything. I mean, obviously not financial advice, do your own research, but like, brother, I think that the problems in crypto gaming, like they're fundamental and they're deep down. And I think like you have to, it's just so high risk, right? It's so high risk. So how do you even develop an investment thesis? Cambria is like the last one, right? Cambria is the last one because, their token's coming soon. On-chain heroes, Gigaverse, yeah, dude. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you hanging out. I wanted to just reflect there for a second. Just a little what is it called? Not a memorandum, memoriam, something like that. Nothing but love to Paul, Katie, Thousands, Wildcard. Stay safe out there, guys. It is a tough time. Focus on your health, focus on your happiness, focus on what you need to focus on for you. That's what I'm trying to do over here. I still really love doing these interviews. I love talking to games and trying to give them a platform and give them content and distribution and trying to amplify and tell their story. That's about as best as I can do right now. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a really cool week prepared. Let me just share this real quick once again. Let me share my screen, share this tab, bring this back up. I do wish Restream was like a little bit easier to like share my screens and everything. It always like sizes it weird. Let me pull the chat down. Tomorrow, guys, we've got Isra from Dice or Die Game. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be cool. There will be no interview on Wednesday, but I am streaming Doppel Games. They're a partner that I signed on. They've got this like cool celebrity AI poker game, and we're just going to be like watching it and reacting to it. It should be fun. On Thursday, we've got Eric from The Big One coming on. And then on Friday, I'm going to run a Giga Chad Bat game night tournament. We've been doing game nights every Friday. So that's the schedule for this week. Big shout out to YGG Play. Big shout out to Blaze. Thank you guys for making this show possible. And thank you guys. Thank you guys in the chat. Shout out to everybody on Blaze. Big shout out to Doji, Blue Mojo, Marcelo, AE, JT, Dimmy, Will Effect. If any of you guys want the 200 crowns, send me your abstract wallets. If you guys missed that, Michael gave everybody in the chat 200 crowns. So I need your abstract wallet, and I can send that over to Michael, and you'll get 200 crowns to play and spend in Tolan Universe. Guys, my name is Icy Gaming. This has been Gaming Daily Live. You guys are amazing. Stay humble, stay gaming, stay dreaming, stay healthy. Stay up and stay, keep your heads up, keep your head down, and go support Marcelo and Nova